Have you ever had a difficult decision and felt something in your stomach? It's not just a figure of speech. There are approximately 38 trillion bacteria living inside you right now. More than the cells in your body. And they're communicating directly with your brain. What you eat for breakfast today will change your decisions tomorrow. Your mood this evening. Maybe even your risk of Alzheimer's in 30 years. In this video, we'll discover together what science really says, not blogs, not social media, but research published in the world's leading medical journals. And above all, what you can do starting tomorrow morning to change all this. This video is produced by Ippokratis.org, the social network for health professionals. Everything you hear today is based on peer-reviewed studies, not opinions. Because your health deserves the truth. Imagine an underground city. Invisible. Living inside you, 24/7. This city is called your gut microbiome. It contains around 500 different species of bacteria. Their total weight? About 1.5 kilograms, similar to the weight of your brain. And they have 150 times more genes than your human DNA. They are not passive guests. They are active co-tenants, producing hormones, vitamins, and nerve signals. Here's the most shocking discovery in medicine in the last 10 years. There's a direct nervous highway between your gut and your brain. It's called the gut-brain axis, and it runs through the vagus nerve. Do you know how much serotonin, the happiness hormone, is produced in your gut? 90%. Not in your brain. In your stomach. Your gut bacteria literally produce the molecule that determines whether you feel happy or depressed. Science, Harvard Medical School study, 2019 patients with reduced microbial diversity show 3 times higher rates of depression than those with a rich microbiome. Researchers found specific bacteria from the Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium genera associated with lower levels of anxiety. Your microbiome is completely personal. There's no other human on the planet with your same mix of bacteria. It's determined by your birth, your childhood, the antibiotics you took, the stress you experienced, and every meal you ate over the past few months. This means a diet that works for your neighbor might not work for you. But it also means you have the power to change it. Let's start with the most common. Antibiotics are one of the most important medical discoveries of the 20th century. They save lives every day. But there's a price that's almost never explained to you. A single course of antibiotics can eliminate up to 30% of the bacterial species in your gut. Some of these species may never return. Longitudinal studies show that after treatment with broad-spectrum antibiotics, the microbiome can take between 6 months and 2 years to recover, and in some people, it never fully recovers. This doesn't mean not taking antibiotics when you need them. It means understanding the importance of protecting yourself before, during, and after. The second big enemy is hidden in almost everything you eat: sugar and ultra-processed foods. Good bacteria feed on fiber. Bad bacteria, the pro-inflammatory ones, love sugar. Every time you eat an ultra-processed food, you are literally choosing to feed the part of your microbiome that causes inflammation, excess weight, brain fog, and low mood. As researcher Jack Gilbert explained in the 2024 Netflix documentary, if you eat a lot of sugar, sugar-loving bacteria proliferate. If you eat a lot of fiber, the good bacteria take over. Your gut literally changes based on what you feed it. The average Western diet contains about 30 grams of fiber per week. Studies show that we need at least 30 grams per day to maintain a healthy microbiome. That's a 90% deficiency. The third, often overlooked enemy, chronic stress. When your body is in prolonged stress mode, it produces excess cortisol. And cortisol is toxic to your microbiome. Stress damages the intestinal lining, increases permeability, the so-called leaky gut, and allows bacterial toxins to enter the bloodstream. This creates systemic inflammation that reaches the brain and manifests as anxiety, depression, difficulty concentrating, and even autoimmune diseases. And finally, one that always surprises: poor sleep. The microbiome has its own circadian rhythm. It sleeps and wakes like you. When your sleep is irregular or insufficient, your microbiome loses its balance. Studies show that just 2 nights of poor sleep can significantly change the bacterial composition of your gut. In recent years, researchers have been studying people who live past 100, so-called centenarians, trying to understand what makes them special. And they've found something remarkable in their gut. Healthy centenarians have incredibly rich and diverse microbiomes. They have high concentrations of specific bacteria, Akkermansia, Lactobacillus, Christensenalaceae, all associated with lower inflammation, improved metabolism, and a stronger immune system. Most importantly, a 2024 study of over 9,000 participants showed that people who age healthily develop increasingly unique and personal microbiomes. Microbiome uniformity is associated with disease. Diversity is associated with longevity. This is the part of the video that really changes perspective. Recent studies link the gut microbiome to the risk of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Patients with Alzheimer's disease show significantly different gut microbial patterns than healthy people of the same age. Some researchers propose that the inflammatory cascade that leads to neurodegeneration begins in the gut years, perhaps decades before cognitive symptoms appear. For Parkinson's disease, the connection is even more direct. The protein alpha-synuclein, which accumulates abnormally in Parkinson's disease, has been found in the gut before the brain in many patients. Some researchers suggest that Parkinson's may begin in the gut and travel to the brain via the vagus nerve. In February 2024, the Wista Institute published a landmark discovery: leaky gut is directly linked to accelerated biological aging. Not chronological age, but biological age, the one that really counts for health. When the intestinal wall is compromised, bacterial products enter the bloodstream and trigger chronic inflammation, what researchers call inflammaging. This accelerates cellular aging and increases cardiovascular, metabolic, and cognitive risk. The good news? The gut is one of the most flexible organs in the body. It can repair its barrier relatively quickly if given the right conditions. Here are the solutions. And I want to give you something concrete, not vague recommendations to eat healthy. Rule number 1, supported by one of the largest microbiome studies ever conducted, the American Gut Project, with over 11,000 participants, is this: eat at least 30 different types of plants a week. Not 30 servings of the same thing. 30 different species. Different vegetables, different fruits, different whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, herbs. Even spices count. Even coffee. Those who reach this number have a significantly higher microbial diversity than those who eat fewer than 10. Breakfast: Greek yogurt with mixed berries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, plus walnuts plus chia seeds plus oats. You already have 5 to 6 different vegetables in just one breakfast. The second pillar is fermented foods. Kefir, yogurt with live cultures, kimchi, sauerkraut, kombucha, miso. Not probiotic pills, those have variable effectiveness, and the bacteria often don't survive the digestive tract. A 2021 Stanford study, published in Cell, compared 2 diets, one high in fiber and one high in fermented foods. Those who ate fermented foods showed a significant increase in microbial diversity and a reduction in inflammatory proteins in just 10 weeks. The goal? 1 serving of fermented food per day. You don't have to become a kimchi expert overnight. Start with a plain yogurt for breakfast, with no added sugar. Third, often overlooked, point: meal timing. Your microbiome has a circadian rhythm. Eating at the same times every day, avoiding large meals late at night, and adhering to a 10 to 12 hour eating window allows the microbiome to rest and regenerate during the night. Studies on time-restricted feeding show improvements in microbial diversity, blood sugar regulation, and sleep quality, all interconnected. The microbiome doesn't thrive on food alone. Moderate and regular exercise, brisk walking, cycling, yoga measurably increases microbial diversity. Just 30 minutes a day can make a difference. Sleep: aim for 7 to 9 hours, with a regular schedule. Every hour of sleep lost is a blow to your internal ecosystem. And stress, meditation and diaphragmatic breathing, even just 10 minutes a day, reduce cortisol and protect intestinal integrity. And finally, what to avoid. Antibiotics when not strictly necessary, always talk to your doctor. Artificial sweeteners, recent studies show they alter the microbiome in a similar way to sugar. Excess alcohol. And ultra-processed foods, if the ingredient list has more than 5 items with names you don't recognize, they're probably not good for your gut. Let's recap what we've learned today. A complex and wonderful ecosystem lives inside you. It determines your mood, your energy, your ability to think clearly, your immune system, and perhaps your longevity. It's not something happening far away from you. It's happening right now, as you watch this video. And the most important thing I wanted to convey to you today is this: you are not passive spectators of this process. You can change it. Every meal is an opportunity. At Ippokratis.org, we built something important, a network where health professionals, doctors, nutritionists, researchers, pharmacists share verified knowledge with those who need it. No advertising. No conflicts of interest. Just science. Because this is the problem we saw in this video, online health misinformation is everywhere. Bloggers without medical training get millions of views. We want to offer a credible, accessible, free alternative. If this video gave you something, a new perspective, a fact you didn't know, share it with someone you care about. Because this information can change habits. And habits change health. Subscribe to the channel to receive verified science, explained in an accessible way, every week. Visit Ippokratis.org to find health professionals in your area, read expert-reviewed medical articles, or join our community if you're a healthcare professional. And tell us in the comments, what's the first habit you'd like to change for your microbiome? We read every comment. We're here. Ippokratis said, "Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food." 2,500 years later, microbiome science is finally proving him right. Take care of your gut. It will take care of you. I'm Name for Ippokratis.org. See you soon. In this video, we explore how the 38 trillion bacteria in your gut control your mood, memory, sleep, and longevity, and what you can actually do to improve your microbiome.